Falcon fans, Falcon fans, Falcon fans.
Hey, everybody.
You already know what it is. And once again, you already know what to do. Look at that. Jeff Wolf is already here.
Hey, Jeff.
Already in the chat. One time for the fan. You know we are back talking Falcons football. It's another beautiful day here in Atlanta. That's where I am. And then, of course, Kiki, Desbiana, Ellis, Bates, Robinson, Jarrett, London,
Terrell.
Smith, Fontenot,
What a girl.
Darian. What a girl. She's over there in Squirrelville. Is it a beautiful day over there for you too as well, Kiki?
It was pretty, but now it seems like, a little rain might start. You know how it goes. Some evening showers.
Hmm. Not the evening showers, especially after a beautiful day. Then you got to come home and relax, or doing whatever you do, and then the rain starts. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. But sometimes I guess we need a little rain to cool us off after these hot ass days, because Atlanta's reaching some temperatures out here, Kiki.
Yeah, I heard about that at camp. I heard of that humidity out there at camp.
Blazing hot. We're gonna talk about that in a couple minutes. So one time for the fan, hashtag the fan club, hashtag one timers. You can use your emojis right here in the chat. Apple Podcast listeners, Spotify podcast listeners, everywhere, whoever is checking us out, wherever you're at. Thank you so much. Keep representing one time for the fan. We are almost at 450 subscribers. Let's see if we can get there. I think we're at what, Kiki, 444 or something? 445?
We just hit 445 not so long ago.
445. So if you're here for the first time checking in, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, right? And let's run it up. Comments, questions, the chat. You know how lit it is. Because there are some people that probably listen and watch one time for the fan. They don't want to comment, don't want to say anything. Come on and bring your comments. Let's talk Falcons football. Everybody in here talking Falcons football. Chat is already crazy. So, and we love this when the chat gets like this, because Kiki, the chat can take up the show.
They do, and I love it. I love talking to fans, especially if you're optimistic. Let's ready for the season. Let's go.
Definitely a lot going on here. And Bodie's not going to be with us tonight. No Chase with us tonight. So this is going to be great. We do have a show coming up where I'm sure all of us will be back on Wednesday or Thursday. We might just do Wednesday show. So let's try to crank up the Wednesday shows again. See how that works. We was doing Thursdays in the past couple weeks, but let's move it back to Wednesdays this week and see what we got. I'm sure we're going to have a special guest, Key.
Yes, sir.
Can't beat that. Everybody loves when we have special guests here on the show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. One time for the fan is lit. One time for the fan is live. We can talk about Rolling Loud for just a second here. I know some people were asking why wasn't there a show last week? They needed their one time for the fan fix, Kiki.
Right.
They're fixing. I guess one time for the fan does it for them. But no podcast last week. There was also no Thursday show, because I remember we was doing the Thursday shows for about a month. So yeah, me and Bodie went down to Rolling Loud Miami, which we will get to in just a second, because I'm sure Kiki wants to know, because Kiki, I'll send you videos and pictures. I got
right, because I mean, I've heard of it, but when I hear the name, as my daddy would say, that just sounds like one big Devil's Lettuce festival. So I need to know so I need to know the full deets of it.
Wow. Pops is out here. Pop said the Devil's Lettuce Festival.
Yeah, when he hears that.
That is tough. But yeah, it's a great time. I know people know about Rolling Loud, some people don't. But we will get to that in just a second here, and then we'll talk about training camp. Eddie Goldman. We got to talk about some Eddie Goldman tonight.
I'm about sick of him. And I mean, if it's something mentally, then prayers and everything. But I just don't like time being wasted. Like, yeah.
I know how it is, Falcon fans. We're gonna get to that. Rise Up Tour event was tonight. The membership party. We had a great time. Freddie the Falcon showing up, taking pictures with the Falcon fans who's a part of the Rise Up Tour. So much information was given out tonight. And then Kiki might be a one time for the fan. Well, not would say one time for the fan event, but it's the Rise Up Tour event that, of course, me and my friend put together about 4 or 5 years ago, and then we're growing into this brand new phase of the Rise Up Tour. But it's possible that the one time for the fan could be doing something on the road this year in Tennessee.
Hey, let's go. So, I mean, that's one of my one of the places I think I'm going to end up going to. So yeah, I definitely want to hear more about that.
Which would be great. Because I remember you did talk about you had some family members who wanted to come up to Tennessee. We have some things planned. What we wanted to do with the Rise Up Tour in the beginning with Tennessee, but now it's looking like we possibly could be adding something else to the agenda out there in Tennessee. But we'll let you know some information about that. Yeah, one time for the fan does that type of stuff. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Going to the chat here. Deshaun's here. And if there was a problem, I'll solve it. Check out the hook where my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Though, man, damn, Deshaun, those were the years when we had that other guy quarterback. Can't remember his name. Man, I think his jersey number was number 2. Boston College again. Oh, Matt Ryan. God, those years. God, the ice baby years.
Those were some good times. Good times.
We had our moments.
We had some bad. It was the best of both worlds. Yeah, we kind of had some good and bad times.
We had our laughs. We had our cries. We all did it. We all did it together. Shout out to Deshaun in the chat. Hope you are feeling well too, Deshaun. Praying for your full 100% recovery, so that way you can get back on your feet and get back to doing everything you love without, being in the hospital with the situation you have right now. So we do hope you are going to be on the right track here shortly here, Deshaun. Dirty Fanatics United. Falcons fans and family, how we doing this afternoon? One time. Look at Chase. Look, you got the new emojis in here. Chase, did you update the phone? Chase found the damn. Chase done went to the settings.
And please go check his channel out as well. Go show Chase some love on his channel.
Podcaster alert, Dirty Fanatics United. Go check him out.
Him and Philip. Go check them out.
It's going down in a major way. Jeff Wolf said, here we go again. Another episode, 117, Jeff. 117. I'm digging the new voice, too. The voice hasn't came back since Rolling Loud. I'm digging the new voice. I want to keep it there. I know it's going to go back eventually. But
I'm about to say, is it going to be ready for week 1?
Yeah, I hope so. Hell, preseason, I was yelling like hell, like training camp. So I hope so.
Yeah.
Folks are looking at me like, cuz it's just a practice. I said, bro, do you care? Why are you worried about me? I'm over here having a good time. But NFL Network came around, man. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Terrell Johnson said, rise up. Let's get this season going.
Yes, sir.
Who else we got in the chat? Big Ant.
What's up, Big Ant?
In the chat. So what's up, my Falcons family? What's good, Big Ant? It's going down in a major way. Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Let's run it up. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. If you're in a Tubi chat, what else, Kiki?
Not the Tubi.
Your Tubi private chat. Sterling Woods, what's going on? Rise
what's up,
up.
Sterling?
Who we got up here? Lowski. Say
what's
hey,
up,
Kiara
Lowski? And them. What's up, Lowski?
Oh, it's the Kiara and them show now.
He makes me crack up when he does.
That's what it came to. It's Kiara and them. Okay. All right. Well, Kiki, I put the comments up for you, Kiki. Here you go. Oh God, trying to have the Jaguars mascots in here.
Oh,
he's back.
Why don't you start your own podcast so you can talk about them Ridley routes? I mean, long as we get that second round pick, then he can run all the routes he wants to. Just not week 4. Is that week 4 we played him?
Oh, Jarnell starts his own podcast and probably broadcasts live from Flowery Branch. Hell, he went to the camp the other day in his Jaguars gear.
Because I think he's low-key a Falcon fan. He just don't want to admit it.
He said he was out there to support the homie, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Because of the One Time for the Fan, the podcast, and what we got going on. And, you know, he knows the Falcons have gotten much better, regardless of how you look at it, Jarnell. You know, same way you're looking at your Jaguars, same way we're looking at our Falcons. We've gotten much better, right? And I ain't gonna lie, Calvin Ridley, we want him to do the best he can in Jacksonville.
Yes.
We rooting for Calvin over here.
Yep.
We want that pick.
Want that pick
right now. But
and I don't have no ill will towards him either. Like
no ill will toward Calvin whatsoever. You know, none.
Go ball out, kid. You know, I mean, you know, he gave us some good times in Atlanta too. So,
but I will say,
but he should have been
a couple times.
First
downs over there.
I'm not doing this tonight.
You over there.
Running back.
We ain't gonna get to that. Well, we ain't gonna get to that.
Hey, but tell Jonell he should have been out there at the Jacksonville training camp because I saw at least 20 people out there, so he should have made 21.
20 people? Was that the staff?
I think it was five staff members.
Shit, that is tough. He sent me a video of the Jaguars doing their autograph signing. He was like, "Look at this, no chaos. Everything's just controlled. Look they're sitting at tables and people are walking up.
Yeah, because it was 20 people.
There's nobody there.
Yeah, that's why it was no chaos. I heard their mascot did a lot of autographs. More than
There's
players.
Nobody there.
So did he get players' autographs, Jack?
Was he trying to had a couple players get on him. I had a couple players get on him because he was over there. What do you tell Grady Jarrett? Hey, Grady, you want to put this jersey on? You want just one of the jerseys you want to sign? Grady looking at you like, man, Phil, get your ass off this damn hill. Security looking at him like, whatever, man. And everybody looking around like, who's your man? Whose man's is this?
Right.
And I'm sitting over there like,
yeah, that's one of the times you put a paper bag over yeah. I don't know him.
Now, once again, I've known him for some years now. So if you take away the Falcons, Jaguars, I still know who he is. But he didn't come up to camp talking hella shit, you know. But there was a Saints fan in there the other day. There was a Saints fan, an Eagles fan, and a Cowboys fan walking to Falcons training camp. I'm gonna tell you the story in a little bit.
I honestly don't understand that because there's nothing in me, you know, the Falcon fan that I am, that makes me want to go sit at somebody else's training camp. Like, I'm not interested in what they have going on. The only thing I want to do is beat them when we play in the regular season. Like, no.
It's going down in a major way. Anthony White here in the chat, he said, looks like you had a great time at training camp, Jack Spade. You got a lot of Falcons social media time. You know, it's a good feeling. It's just a good feeling when you know the Falcons will look out for you in certain type of ways. Like when you're at training camp, getting there early, going through the gates, they usually have the social media team up right there as you're coming down the stairs. It's not about you acting out or just being a different type of person. Just be yourself and just, you know, represent the fan base. And they will look out for you if you're that, you know, that diehard fan, I guess. I mean, there was a lot of people who was on the camera. But yeah, I did get some pretty good TV time. NFL Network.
You did. I saw you on TV too. I told my dad, I said, that's the guy I'm on the show with. He said, oh, so they showing out. I said, yes, sir.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for them to send a check too. Still haven't got nothing. I know they're pretty quick when they send their checks. Usually it takes like 24 hours, but I don't know. But it's Sunday, you know, so we'll see. You know, I'll wait till about Monday or Tuesday or so. But yeah, NFL Network. And it's funny, it's the same crew who was out there last year.
Right.
But when they saw me, it's like the Spider-Man meme when I'm pointing at you and you're pointing at me. And they're looking at me. I'm like, are you guys the same guys from last year? They're like, yeah, that's us. It's like, well, we're the same people from last year. Look, there was Mario, there's Eric. I mean, come on. This is a good feeling when you're out there with your Falcons brothers and sisters, Kiki.
Right.
And everybody was out there Saturday. I must say it was packed, but we're going to get to that in just a second. The chat is going crazy. Chat is going crazy. Lucy and John Moreno's here said, "What's up with Julio Jones? I'm hearing rumors he might be coming back." Kiki,
I ain't heard that one.
do it, Kiki. Just do it, Kiki. Just do it. Just do
Yeah,
it.
no.
Just
No, I don't think there's nothing else left in the tank in that situation.
That's
What's up,
tough.
Anthony? And I
That's
love
tough.
Julio, but I think I'm still bitter about how it ended. So no, I'm good on that one.
I'm perfectly fine with the team that the Falcons have right now. I've already got my mind around since Julio left that he would not be coming back.
Right.
It is what it is now. Matt Ryan and Julio, who gave so much to this team for so long, are both free agents. One is working for CBS, which I'm sure he's probably waiting for a call at any minute so he can get rid of the tuxedo and go put on a uniform or, do his thing. Julio Jones, I don't know about his situation, but I'm perfectly fine right now with the Falcons team without a Julio Jones. Nor have I heard any conversation of Julio Jones coming back to Atlanta as well. But some people chatter. That's how fans pick up on stuff, right, Kiki? People chat, right? People chat all the time. Kiki, you there? One time for the fan. Kiki will be back. We'll still keep this thing rolling. We'll keep this thing rolling. Lucy and John Moreno, Dirty Birds Nation, rise up. Shout out to everybody in the chat too as well. I see Sullivan here. Let's see, DSGB Hall's in here. Pamela Johnson, diehard member of the Rise Up Tour and diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. Saw her today too as well at the Rise Up Tour event. It was great to meet you, Pamela Johnson. That was me calling your name yesterday, Pam, at training camp. When I drove by, you was in the cart and I was driving by and I called your name. You looked back. So it was great to actually meet you twice this weekend. It's always good to talk with the fans any day. And I know we do it on Sundays. I know sometimes it might be Wednesdays and Thursdays, but we talk about it in the chat so much. When can we go live again? Like, when can we just do more content? Because we want to bring as much as we can to everybody here on the channel. So you guys understand that One Time for the Fan is trying to be your favorite content creator out here in these streets. So, and there are a lot of other good content creators out here too as well. There's probably in my head right now, I can name 20, right? Off top. So keep it moving out there, content creators. I'm sure you guys are doing the best you guys can as well to bring that content to your fan base too. Ravage ATL, caught up with him today. One time. It's going down in a major way. Dirty Fanatics United said Jack breaking in front of 20 people to get in front of the line is not getting there early. What? That spot was reserved. What are you talking about? The spot was reserved. Breaking in front of 20 people to get into the line. Is Chase talking about the training camp? So when I walked up, right, it's like photo op moment, right? So when I walked up, I think Mario and them was doing their photos. Eric and them was doing their photos. I jumped in and started just chopping it up with people. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I ended up there. It's like Rolling Loud. Like, you start over here, but you end up over there. But I think, Chase, I had to use my binoculars to find out where you were, Chase. I was looking back. I said, damn, Chase, you back there, ain't you? What time you get here? One time for the fans, going down in a major way. Out of your Falcon mind, another content creator. Look, we got 2 content creators like this name right here in the chat. I think Big Ant too as well. AFN. So that was 3. We just named some content creators here that's in the channel right now. So I said I can just name 20 off the top of my head, but we keeping it going in a major way. Evening, Jack and Key. Great meeting you Thursday, brother. I did run into John and Mike from Out of Your Falcon Mind. It was a great time. Chopped it up with them too as well. The Dixon Way. So many people that was at training camp over the past couple of days. I got a chance to run into. So big shout out to you all. Red Swarm Series said, "One's up." It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Jono Ever said, "When you gonna post the videos I sent you? I'm trying to delete that off my phone." He got a bunch of Falcon stuff that he recorded. I appreciate you recording that, Jarnell. It's taking up all that storage space on your phone. Keep it there. Hey, you're talking about Lisa Shepard is here in the chat too as well. Ran into Lisa Shepard at training camp. She said, "Hey, Jack, what's going on?" What is going on? Sullivan is here in the chat. Hal Poole is here. He said, Jesus, he must have heard it. He must have heard me talking about number 2. He heard me. There it is. For those that's listening on Apple or Spotify or, wherever you can't see the channel right now, Hal Poole is in the building. When Hal Poole jumps into the building, it's 3 words he drops. That's his welcome message to everybody. So, Falcon fans, don't take it personal, because when you see Hal Poole up in the chat, you know what he's going to say. Right? You know how it's going down. Kiki should be back with us shortly. I know she has some stuff to take care of. So, let's go ahead and get straight to it. Talking about Rolling Loud. Quickly, Rolling Loud update before we get to training camp. Some news there. Me and Bodie had the opportunity to go down to Rolling Loud last week. For those that do not know, it's just a big ass concert series. They do it in like 7 or 8 different places around the world. And it's truly just a giant festival for people to go down and have a good time. It's about over 100 plus artists or so performing. It's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But just the madness and everything that Rolling Loud creates around it is just kind of crazy. So me and Bodie did go down there. We had a great time. Got a chance to witness everything that y'all see on YouTube. I'm sure I've probably seen like these mosh pit videos, and you heard about like Travis Scott and Astro World and all this other stuff with people's, jumping around and like tossing each other around. Like, it's just wild when you're down there at these concerts, because that same energy that I bring to Falcons games was like the same energy at Rolling Loud times 10. Like, it's through the roof when you add like the music and entertainment and everything that goes on with it too as well. But I had a great time. Bodie had a great time. So much we can talk about when it comes to Rolling Loud, but if you are planning on going, just make sure you have your water, because it's gonna be hot as hell. Make sure you wear some comfortable shoes. I wouldn't wear your fancy shoes, and just be secure watching your belongings, because it gets a little wild down there in Miami or New York where you go. I think they might have it in New York next time. Shout out to Yuri, diehard Falcon fan, who was down there in Miami with us too as well. I think he's working with a Hip Hop Vibe magazine or so forth. But we was out there with him too as well. Shout out to my boy NB too as well, who's also working with QC. He was able to look out for us in some ways too as well, and I told him I'd give him a shout out here on the podcast. But yeah, Rolling Loud is a great experience. If you have a lot of energy and you want to release it, go to Rolling Loud. Otherwise than that, let's get straight to the training camp update. It was amazing. It was truly, truly amazing, Falcons fans, to get up. And this is when? Thursday? So I'm going to take you back to Thursday, right? Get up early, get your Falcons gear ready, get in the car. For me, it's about a 45-minute plus 50-minute drive out there to Flowery Branch. Hell, I was leaving before the sun came up. You know what I'm saying? 85 riding, got your music playing, feeling good, getting out there toward Flowery Branch. As soon as you make that turn right there by the facility, you see all your Falcon fans and your Falcon friends and family sitting out there getting ready for training camp. The police, the security, the everything that's going on, all the activity. Because when Falcons training camp starts to the public, it does get a little crazy. That was Thursday. It wasn't too heavy of a crowd. And we did get out there, and that's where most of the content some of you all seen from the Falcons, excuse me, with the NFL Network, and the Falcons posting their stuff on the TikTok and their Instagram page and so forth, because we were the first few fans in line. Shout out to Joe Allen, shout out to Michael, shout out to Eric Parker, DeMario, who else? Jabri Harper, Archangel. I might be missing some people. If I am, I apologize. Bigelow Country Sports. A couple more people too as well, but the Falcons did look out for us by putting us on their social media. And then the gates open, going inside, seeing that hill again as a fan. I'm not a player, but it prepares you to know that Falcons football is back. You feel me, Falcon fans? It's back. Just that walk with your chair in your hand or your book bag, whatever you got, your supplies that you're taking over there. it just gives you that feeling like we're here. Being out there, seeing Coach talk to the radio station within a matter of minutes of me walking onto the grounds of the training camp facility, that was surprising too as well, because Coach kind of prepared us for what is getting ready to happen here in Atlanta. And hearing him talk about the players that he have on this team, and seeing a lot of times when the broadcaster was asking Coach the question and Coach would like drift off and think about it, Coach knows what he has here in Atlanta. Falcon fans, Coach knows exactly what he has here. He knows what him, Terry, and the rest of the organization is building. And I think you should be excited, because for the fans that showed up to camp, they showed up because they not only wanted to watch some Falcons football, except for that Jaguars fan. I don't know why he showed up. But they wanted to watch some Falcons football, but they also believe in this team. Like, I can get to Saturday and tell you about what happened with those fans. The hill was packed. There was nowhere to even sit. And there was fans still trying to come through the gates. But let's get back to Thursday. Hearing Coach Smith's comments, speaking about the team, speaking about TQ, Timothy Horn, Calais Campbell, Jesse Bates. Some of these players that we have on this team that's getting ready to make it happen this year. And I think us as Falcon fans should feel good about that, because we believe we're at that part now where what happened in the past couple years, that shit is over. Let's put that shit to bed. I don't want to hear about the 2021 season or the 2022 season. We're moving on from that, Falcon fans. And hearing what Coach said on Thursday, getting out there to the practice field, and then watching these players go out there and give it their all to make this team, gives you that confidence that we look really good. First, it was like on paper, but then you're out there watching these players practice, and it's like, we got some guys. And you're probably sitting here wondering, well, who we got, Jack? Well, talk to us. And we got this guy named Bijan Robinson, man. My 2 days of being out there at camp, from what I've seen with Bijan in maybe 4 hours time period, you can start the season on Sunday. I'm ready. Bijan seems to be that guy. And now you know why, as a fan, when you're out there watching him, when you hear the oohs and ahs from the crowd, and you're watching the coaches' faces, and everybody's like, oh my God, did you see what Bijan just did? It lets you know that the Falcons made the right decision going after this guy. He is a star player. Him walking over after practice to fans to sign the autograph with the police officers nearby because of how big Bijan is. Like, fans, you should have seen the crowd for Bijan to sign autographs. You should have seen the crowd for Ritter signing autographs after the event. And this is just Thursday we're talking about. This is a light crowd. Not too many people was out there on Thursday. It was a decent size amount, but not too many people. But also going into Thursday, looking out there, you get a chance to see how good your defense looks. And I know this is shorts and T-shirts. They don't have all the equipment on, and the pads do come out this week. But Caden Ellis, he seems to be that guy. Trey Anderson, I understand you guys saw the videos with him versus Bijan, but iron sharpens iron. They're teammates. So Trey Anderson is picking up on those mistakes too as well that he made against Bijan in those one-on-ones, because he's going to have a lot of one-on-one matchups this year. But it gives you the opportunity to know that if Bijan is in a one-on-one matchup against a linebacker who's even as good as Troy in his first year, just imagine what Bijan can do to another linebacker who's not as good as Troy. Because some of those videos that y'all seen was like, ooh, that's Bijan. Ooh, that's Bijan. The shit's going to happen in the game. You know it's going to happen in the game. That's why the Falcons drafted him. Hearing Coach talked about him drafting, you know, the specialist players that they did in the past couple drafts with Kyle Pitts and Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Also having Tyler Algier, 1,000-yard running back. We have a team here, Falcon fans. Here comes my sister. My sister.
Hey.
You good? You there?
Well, our lights went out for about every bit of 5 minutes and came back on.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that weather light came out of nowhere.
That's tough.
Now it's calming down. But I was just like, yeah, like it was so pretty today, and then now all of a sudden it's just like, well,
That's tough. Well, we talked about a little bit over Rolling Loud while you was gone, and then we went over here to the training camp. So we're just going over Thursday now. So just jump on in, Kiki. You there? Kiki.
hello.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. We're good. So just jump on into this training camp.
Tonight.
That's what we chopping it up on. Chase over here mentioning Clark Phillips. Since Thursday, since I've been out there, Clark Phillips seems to be that guy as well. So now we're going over Bijan Robinson, rookie, Clark Phillips, rookie. I can honestly keep going if you guys want me to. Who else? Caden Ellis, new member of the Atlanta Falcons. He's having a decent camp right now. It's a player to watch for too as well, because these are the players that you want to help build this team, Falcon fans. Let's talk about it.
So my dad said something. He was like, well, with all these cornerbacks, and he said he's learning how to work his phone now. He said, do he said, do I think I don't think he's number 34 anymore, but Darren Hall, is he on the chopping block?
Darren Hall, from what I've seen, I'm not in the war room. I'm not Terry. I'm not coach. As a fan, I seen D. Alford get a lot of heavy reps with the first team.
Wow.
After that, I seen Mike Hughes get some reps too as well. Darren Hall was more on the like third team reps. But then again, the way they move players around, I don't know coach's philosophy of how he's trying to see the players. So I can't just say, oh my God, Darren Hall's been on the third team, he's getting cut. Right. Coach is moving players around where he can put them in. One time you saw Ebiketie down there with the first team, then you saw Lorenzo Carter down there with the first team. So it's like coach is mixing some of these players in. Hell, Bud Dupree was out there too as well. Okay. So some players are getting mixed in right now to where we're going to find out shortly what coach wants. Now, here's a question that even the Jaguar fan raises that I want to let people know about. He said, who's y'all number 2 after the first few practices? And coach just explained this the other day. He doesn't have no wide receiver 1 RB, 1 RB2. He talked about that. Y'all put it the way y'all want to put it. They have a bunch of weapons that they're going to use. So Mac Hollins, to me, is a wide receiver 2. Right, Kiki? I don't know if Kiki's still there, but Mac Hollins, to me, is wide receiver 2. Everybody knows Drake London is your wide receiver 1. The way Pitts is going to be used this season, it's possible that he may be your wide receiver 2. On the depth chart, he's not listed as a wide receiver 2. But the way the amount of targets and everything might be pushing around, he could end up being your wide receiver 2. I'm hearing a lot about Bijan being heavy in the passing game this year. What is his role with that? Scotty Miller. What could his role be? Jonnu Smith. So I'm not even going to put a label yet on who is this number 1, number 2, just like how Coach Smith said. I'm just going to go with what the team wants to do, and they have a bunch of weapons that they're going to use. They're going to move the chains. They're going to score a shit ton of touchdowns on the ground and in the air. I think Falcon fans can see that. Bijan Robinson from college, you can see that. Tyler Algiera's production from last year, you can see that. CP, since he's been a Falcon, you can see that. And then you just add Kyle Pitts since he's been a Falcon. You can see that. Drake London, his numbers too as well. The team is just actually looking even more better this year than it was last year. And we know this. Now we're adding Clark Phillips, Matthew Bergeron, Jesse Bates, Calais Campbell. These are some big names right here. Even looking at Clark Phillips, like Clark Phillips, man, that boy got 4 interceptions. I think 3 or 4 interceptions right now in camp. He getting after it. So ball hawk too as well. I want to see that because the same interception you seen him get on Drake London is the same shit he gonna do against Michael Thomas when he's playing the Saints. So I don't want to hear that, oh my God, he got over on Drake London. No, he's out there practicing to get better because he knows in game time situations that same play may come up again, and he has to be alert the same way he was. For him to have that man coverage on Drake as a rookie, man coverage on Drake, turn around, see the ball, bat the ball, pick it to himself. Come on, man. The other day he did a pick on Saturday. Easy. Read the play. read the play and got there well before the ball was thrown. It's ball hawks, man. How you think coach think about that? You think over there, man, coach like, oh shit, we got a ball hawk. That's what we drafted. That's what we drafted. Lorenzo Leon's in the chat. He said, what's up, Senior Jack? What's this shot here about you and Darby looking like? Huh. Darby? I look like Darby? I look like Frank the Tank? I don't look like Frank the Tank, do I? Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank, you in the chat? Darby, you there? I don't look like you. Nah. Justin Newman, good seeing you today too, brother. So what's good, bro? I think I know what you're talking about, though, Lorenzo. I think I know what you're talking about. That boy DeMario done put it out there talking about here he is. Look at DeMario. Celebrity in the chat. You said Darby? You mean DeMarco Helms? Hey man. The boy said we twinning. Me and DeMarco Helms. Rookie safety from Alabama. Mario done took a pic the other day at camp. Like, hold on, y'all two stay right there. That's what Mario said. He said, y'all stay right there. Yeah, took the picture. Said, look, twinning. We talked to DeMarco too. I said, bro, do we look alike? Do we really look alike? So DeMarco thought it was funny too as well. Shout out to DeMarco Helms, man. And that's the good feeling when you're down there as a fan, because when they walk over the players and they come to sign these autographs, you can have these small personal conversations, crack some jokes here and there, get your pictures, get your autographs, because they're players and you're fans. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're going to do what they can to win for this organization. You as a fan, you're going to get in those stands. You're going to get loud. You're going to be proud. You're going to represent this team. But everybody wants to be down there getting autographs. Everybody wants to be down there taking pictures. So Mario out there cracking jokes with one of the Falcons players saying, I look like him? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. And then Lorenzo here talking about I look like Darby. Now I got two players looking like me. Man, what's going on here, man? What is going on here, man? Matthew Bass is here in the chat too as well. Going back over the training camp updates from Thursday. It was great seeing all the fans out there. We chopped it up with a lot of people, content creators, Falcon staff, journalists. Shout out to Michael Rothstein too as well. Shout out to Myles Garrett from Fox 5. He did come over and chop it up with us. Shout out to Justin Felder too as well from Fox 5. Came over and chopped it up with us. Torrey McElhaney too as well from the Falcons, who came over and said hi to us too as well. And these people are all great journalists who do fantastic work covering the Atlanta Falcons. So whenever you guys get a chance, follow them on your social medias, because they do try to give you guys the quickest and fastest updates when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons. But going over Saturday's camp now, right? And the cool thing about Saturday's camp, shout out to ATL GA Faithful in the chat too as well. My sister is back. What's up, Key?
Listen, if it's again, I'm just going to go to bed.
Just tell Chase finish the grass tomorrow. Chase out there still cutting the grass? Uh-oh, wow. Kiki is 3 for... Wow, don't tell me they got Kiki again. All right, we're just going to continue this. That's my sister, though. She good. What we got here? Lorenzo. He said, my bad, broski. That's who I meant. I don't know why I said Darby. But didn't you post the pic, amigo? That boy DeMario posted the me versus DeMarco side-by-side pic.
Y'all do look alike, Jack. Honestly, if you grow your hair out and you get some little dookie twists, yeah.
For real?
Seriously, I do. I see it. I see it.
Me and DeMarco Helms.
Yes. Go ahead and grow your hair out and get some little twists.
What about me and Darby?
I don't see that one. You do. I see.
Hold on, let me do my Darby.
I hope he gets to play more this season, though.
Let me tell you something. He had a shot at making one of the most greatest training camp catches I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And it was going to be on AJ. Mm-hmm. And then AJ hand goes up and just bats the ball down. Give me that shit. And then AJ stands up. He's like, and he does the handshake with Kuda.
I saw. Okay.
And I'm over there like, damn it, Darby, that was your moment. Damn, that was it. That was it. I've been
That's
over
who
there.
I'm
Hey,
excited about seeing, though. I'm excited about seeing Okuda.
let me tell you something. He would have caught that ball. That should have been all over social media.
Who, Darby?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But I see the energy from Darby again. But then again, I'm also seeing that he has a shot to make this 53.
Yeah.
He has a shot to make that 53, the wide receiver group. So Falcon fans, let's give it up for Darby on this one. That in the next 2 weeks, they're going down to Miami. He's finna get some playing time. And I'm sure he's gonna try to he's gonna get the ball too. So it's up to Darby now to try to see what you can do to make this 53. But I'm rooting for him.
Me too.
I'm rooting for him.
He's likable.
Mm-hmm.
So likable.
Definitely rooting for him. Going over Saturday's camp, I get out there, and this is what Chase was talking about, Kiki, about the 20 people in line before, and I went to go talk to DeMario and Eric and everybody, and then Chase forgot that he was still finishing the top of the grass, so he's trying to come down to where we was at. He still had his equipment with him too as well. But getting out there Saturday, seeing the crowd, seeing how early in the morning all those fans were backed up going far on top of the hill at the opening. We're right there at the front of the facility where the shuttles come to drop you off. Them little golf cart shits. Seeing all those fans out there, seeing all the content creators. Smitty was out there. Bigelow Country Sports was out there. Pound for Pound ATL was out there. The Dixon Way, he was out there too as well. Seeing all the fans as well, it just gave you that feeling like, Kiki, these fans really believe in this team.
Yeah.
Going out there close to practice now. The hill starts to fill up. Starts to fill up even more. Practice starts. Fills up even more. Even more and more and more, to a point where I turn to DeMario. I think everybody's having their conversations, and we turn and we say, look at the line trying to get in to the camp with probably less than an hour of camp left.
Right.
The line, I swear, it got to one point, maybe security just say, you know what? We might as well just stop checking bags because it's going to take too long. Let's just let everybody in.
Yeah.
You should have seen how many people was inside there, Kiki, on Saturday.
I believe it.
And one thing DeMario said, turned around, he said, I hope they keep that same energy week one.
Yes, sir. And that's what I posted on my Twitter. Hold on one second.
Falcon fans, from what even DeMario said right there. Oh, which I must say, the highlight of our day Thursday, DeMario signing autographs. Oh my gosh, how did I forget this? The highlight of my day Thursday, DeMario signing autographs. That man had a line over there.
I'm back. But
DeMario signing autographs.
If you follow a lot of the players on Instagram as well, you'll see how much it meant to them for, the fans to come out and just watch training camp, because Tyler Algier, CP, Alfred, a lot of them were just like, they were reposting the picture from training camp, and they saying how much they appreciated the fans coming out. So if they were appreciative of that, show up week one. Imagine how you make them feel seeing all those red and black jerseys come week one.
Those people that drove from Douglasville, Columbus, Swanee, which is not too far away, Forest Park, College Park, me over here near the east side, Decatur, woke up early to go out there and watch the Falcons practice in the hot, flowery Branch sun that was beaming on people. And y'all out there doing what? Watching the Falcons practice? So Mario is right. Bring that same energy week one. What we saw on the hill, we need that in the Benz week one. Not the Saint fan, the Eagle fan, the Cowboys fan, though. They can stay at the house. that was
Hey,
fucking
listen,
embarrassing.
if they undercover Falcon fans, then sure, show
No,
up.
so
But
this dude
have a
showed up
Falcon.
in a NOLA jersey. With
I saw
not like a
somebody with a
baseball jersey that
Pelicans.
says NOLA.
Yeah, I saw Pelicans jersey out there too. So I
And
guess
then
that was like their way of being undercover.
but the other dude had the Eagles jersey on. The other guy had the Cowboys jersey on, and everybody's booing him. Everybody's getting on him. But then, I made the comment. I had to make the comment that,
Right.
Saints fans, I told him, I said, yo, bro, it's funny how you're with a Cowboys fan because you guys used to be Cowboys fans back in the day. And he's over there. You can hear him a little bit because the fans are talking. He's like, nah, water, nah, baby. He said something about crawfish etouffee. I don't know what the fuck he said. I couldn't hear it. Couldn't hear it. He said something about crawfish. And then I said, you're a hero, Lil Wayne, your hero, right? The governor of Louisiana, right?
Oh God.
He said it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were walking around with Cowboys and 49ers starter jackets.
Yep. Especially 49ers.
And then to back that up, to back up the claim, our good friend DSGB Hall, who lives on another part far away from Louisiana. Am I right, Key?
Yep. Ernest and Cali.
He's in Cali. He was with a group of football fans who apparently some of the fans were Saints fans, and they admitted on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, Kiki?
You're right.
They admitted on camera. Follow me now. Kiki, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in church now. You feel me?
Amen.
They admitted, amen, that I'm about to do that Kanye Donda verse. Speaks to the young, speaks to the choir.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You ain't lying. You telling the truth.
They admitted that they were once Cowboy fans too as well.
Fans until they got Drew Brees.
They told us until Drew Brees came, they were Cowboys and 49er fans. And these guys were well into what, 40s, 50s?
Mm-hmm. Gotta be late 40s.
They were up there. So they weren't lying. That man, on camera, they said it. So Falcon fans.
Lil Wayne said that if you owned a Saints starter jacket, you got beat up. They gave away Saints tickets if you went to the movies.
Wayne said they were giving away Saints tickets if you went to the movies. And if you was caught wearing Saints gear, they'll bully you.
Got beat up.
This is a man who lived in New Orleans. Now, I already said it already. There are some celebrities here in Atlanta that ain't for the cause. We done seen the pictures. They ain't Photoshop. There's some people out here who rep Atlanta 24/7 with their arts and entertainment and music, but when it comes down to their team, they'll throw on another hat in a goddamn heartbeat.
Jeezy.
Shit.
T.I. son had on a Breeze jersey and that.
We still love you, Jeezy. We still love you.
Who
you can't catch me in nothing else but this Falcon stuff, man. I got my Braves gear and shit, but you ain't gonna catch me nothing else outside of this Falcon logo hat. Nah, we ain't putting on no Cardinals hat. We ain't putting on no Dolphins hat because I'm wearing a yellow and green shirt. No. No, I'll put on the yellow green shirt with this goddamn Falcon hat.
Right. With football, you won't catch me with nothing, no other team gear on at all. Now, when it comes to like basketball or something, if I like wear a hat that day, it might be a Bulls or you might see Golden State or something because I don't really care. Like I'm not that invested.
Man, I'm showing up to the Hawks game with the Falcons hat.
Yeah, hey, ain't no wrong with that.
They're like, oh, you know he from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nigga ready to play football.
When I worked,
I'm sorry, y'all. One time for the fan.
When I worked at Liz locker room for a little while, I used to stay put in the Saints-ish in the back of the store because they only had like a T-shirt and it had Drew Brees on it. So yeah, we don't do that.
It's going down the major way. Lorenzo said, "Hell, if I wear anything Saints gear, I'd beat myself up then playing traffic." Sheesh. Going to more training camp Saturday. I mean, the entertainment of just the music playing and the weather was nice. The Falcons were out there practicing. It seems
Did you get to see the real Falcon? Did you see the guy that had the real Falcon out there?
I did see the guy that had the real Falcon too as well. They was over there
cool.
by the gates. That was cool to see. And they did a lot this year. They got the cooling station out there too as well. I think Big Dave's Cheesesteaks is out there. People were asking, are the food trucks out there all day? Yes, they are. But practice is only from like 9:30 to close to 11:15, 11:30. So,
right.
And a lot of people don't really get up from the hill once practice starts because it's a really quick practice. I mean, they do their warm-ups, they do their drills, they do their walkthroughs. Then they do their 1v1s, their 7s. But this week, tomorrow, they put the pads on. Somebody losing their job. The pads come on tomorrow. That's why I'm trying to make it out there. The pads come on tomorrow. Somebody losing their job.
Yeah.
But then again, it's the fight that you want to see. So people was asking, how did it look out there last week? Everybody looks good in shorts and t-shirts. They're putting the pads on tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
It's going down in a major way. Going over Saturday's camp, too, as well. Because the Saturday practices are always deep. School starts in that area this week, so I'm guessing a lot of families wanted to get their kids out to practice so they can see the Falcons. But the players coming over after the practice, JB3, Tyler Algier, Desmond Ridder, Drake London, and those are some of the pictures that you've probably seen floating around through the social media where me, Eric, or whoever else was around us was in there. CP grabbed my phone, took the group shot. That's on the Twitter page right now. Let me go ahead and throw that on the banner so you guys can see. One time for the fan on Twitter, you can see the picture right there. Drake did the same thing last year. Kiki, you know how cool this is? Falcons media was walking around like their staff, and I was introducing myself, talking to them, and it was like, yeah, we know who you are. Drake took that picture with you last year. I was like, what? I was like, you know that was me? You know that? You knew that was me? It was like, yeah, we knew that was you. I'm like, oh shit, how cool was that? Right?
So they be paying attention.
They pay attention to a lot of things too as well because their staff is young, they're hip, they're social media proven, they know what they're doing out here in these streets. But they do have a great staff of people that work hard behind the scenes to help with the Falcons social media and the digital team and the podcasting and everything they have going on. Scott Bear and everybody. So shout out to the Falcons. But Saturday, Kiki, the practice was amazing. Bijan once again stunning fans left and right with his footwork. His balance. I know it's shorts and t-shirts, but they're still getting a little physical in it.
Yeah.
But what I notice about Bijan is every single hole that Bijan seems to find his way through, those holes that Freeman and some of your smaller backs can make it through, a big body back like Bijan Robinson can turn his head, lower his hips, duck his shoulders, and squeeze through the damn hole and then start juking people left and right. It's fucking amazing.
Yes.
A couple times I had to turn around, Kiki, and say, Jabri was right. Ask Jabri. I turned to Jabri like, bro, if he's doing this shit, bro, like, come on, bro.
I feel sorry for opposing defenses. That's all I'm saying.
You know it's getting ready to happen. All the hype and the noise around the Falcons offense and Bijan and Kyle Pitts, you've seen it. Oh, and Kyle Pitts is running routes like he just got drafted.
Love to see it.
Jonnu Smith putting in work out there. D. Alford putting in work out there. Clark Phillips again putting in work out there.
That's
and
who I'm excited about too.
Jesse Bates putting in work out there.
Did y'all talk about Mac Hollins yet? Did I miss any Mac Hollins?
Mac Hollins, I will say, I am glad to have on the team because if you look at the connection he has with the receiver group, you look at the connection he has with Drake London, and I'm guessing with Ridder too as well because that's his quarterback. Mac Hollins is the guy where I didn't expect that he would be here in Atlanta. He's here on a 1-year deal, but I can see Mac, if he has a decent season, still remaining here in Atlanta.
Right.
He put, for most fans out there, he did have a couple good catches too as well, but just his size as a wide receiver, and you're looking at him, Drake, Kyle Pitts, Jonnu, Bijan, even Bijan. First of all, Bijan's built like goddamn Derrick Henry. I was watching all the film and all that stuff, seeing him up close, face the picture that me and him took. I said, Jesus Christ, what is this boy look like Derrick Henry? And he's a rookie. But seeing Mac Hollins, the catch that he made over AJ the other day, I'm sure people saw the video. That's Mac Hollins being Mac Hollins. It was Mac Hollins literally just, give me that shit.
Yeah.
Like, he just did this shit
He's a
effortless.
big
It's like,
dude
give me
too.
that shit. Like, so easy. On that pass that he caught over AJ Terrell. And if you know that's going to happen, and AJ, I'm not saying that it's AJ's fault or anything, but if you saw that catch right there at training camp, it puts your mind into like a game time situation where if we go 1v1 in the end zone against some of these people, it's a wrap for some of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy behind me was even talking about it. Who is matching up? Coach Smith mentioned the matchups the other day. He talked about matchups. Who is matching up on Bijan Robinson? What? Go to Carolina. Who was matching up against Bijan? All right, so they pulled their number 2 corner. They put him on Bijan. Who's matching up against Pitts? All right, they pulled their 1. Their 1 is over there on Pitts. So who got London? Who got CP?
Facts.
It's a matchup. Hearing Coach talk about the matchups, now you know why they got some of these players. They're going to win some of these matchups.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget about scheming and scouting and all this other stuff they're going to be doing, from looking at how Carolina's doing and the Packers and Houston and Tennessee, these teams they play. I'm looking at Coach Smith thinking, well, if he can scheme the Packers defense week 2, who's covering Kyle Pitts over there in Green Bay? They don't even have a goddamn team.
Woo.
They're hurting over there. And they're finna put some of these young. Green Bay has pretty much one of the youngest teams in the league now.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that because I mean, I don't even really know who's still there.
Nobody does. Packer fans are not confident in the Packers right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Texan fans are not confident in Texas right now. But some of these games, that's what I'm saying. Even today, I was having a conversation with a fan. He said, "Do you really think Desmond Ritter's going over 2,600 yards?" I said, "It's 176 yards a game." I of course.
Mm-hmm.
But training camp, Kiki was a great thing to see all the fans, talking with all the content creators, talking with just everybody, the players, security, police. It don't matter because we're in the Falcon spirit. We're in that Falcon mode where we know, just like this title of this show, Kiki, Atlanta Falcons football is back.
It's back.
We are here. And the situation with Eddie Goldman, I know the Falcons did bring in Justin Ellis, and we talked about this recently when we're looking at the roster, and we're like, okay, Eddie Goldman next to David Amiata, next to Grady Jarrett. It sounds good, but Eddie Goldman just never came to it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's battling something that only the Falcons know about, hats off to him and prayers up. We want to make sure he's good. If he has a chance to even compete, I don't know the full details of it. If he's actually just going to be waived and he's gone,
right?
But hey, man, Justin Ellis, Falcons made a move to bring this guy in. Some would say he's a camp body. Some would say Eddie Goldman's spot wasn't even locked on the team, so it's not like it's a swap out.
Right.
Who was to say that Eddie Goldman's spot was locked?
Facts.
TQ and Horn was getting a lot of praise when I last heard about it. So we'll find out more about the situation there. But Justin Ellis, what's it called? Jelly? What the nickname? Big Jelly? the big jelly? The big gel? You got a 6'4", 300 something pound guy named Big Jelly. I want him on my team too. Shit.
Mm-hmm. So when is the first preseason game? It's like the second weekend,
it's
right?
It's coming up in about 2 weeks.
And that's against Miami?
That is against the Dolphins. And here's the thing. I wanted to go down there and watch the games. Kind of difficult with the Wednesday practice, Friday game. But it's going to be something that I think Falcon fans are going to love because we're excited to see what this team can do. It is Friday, August the 11th at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Hard Rock Stadium. So for Falcon fans, it's possible. Matter of fact, Kiki, we should just go ahead and do it. We should just go ahead and do the Friday show for the game, or should we do the post game show? What you want to do? Should we talk about this, or just go ahead and drop it live on the air?
I'm down for whatever, man. I'm just excited that football is back. So shit, let's go.
All of these podcasts that we have been doing over the past couple of weeks and months since Super Bowl or since the season ended, and now it's at the moment where tomorrow they put the pads on. You're gonna hear some Ooh, you're gonna hear some helmets cracking tomorrow, some pads cracking tomorrow.
But I pray none of our boys end up acting like Mr. Travis Kelsey over there at the
Punching
Chiefs.
people in the face. What that was
And
up with that
the
boy?
boy, and it was like I don't know if it was a younger guy, but I mean, he was just making a play for the ball. I don't even think he really hit Kelsey, and he out there punching people. And then he gonna make a statement saying he has to be a better leader. I think the little 2 rings done went to his head. Now he done turned into a diva.
2-time Super Bowl champion coming out saying you need to be a better leader. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. Dirty Fanatics United. Excited as fuck for this season. NFC South is ours for the taking. But for Falcon fans, if you are going out there to training camp in the future, you can bring water, bring your lawn chair that you can sit down, or if you want to sit on the grass, you can. They do have a couple of spots up there on the hill that you can sit on. Bring your Sharpies, whatever, if you want to get your autographs. Bring the kids if you want the kids to get the autographs, because people use the kids as bait. Because once you get the kids next to you, the players are coming over there, because the players are not going to miss the kids. It's all about the kids. So shout out to the little dude that stuck it out with us too as well. I was looking at the other day. I was like, where is this little kid that said you want to get these autographs? And it's like kind of like the Looney Tunes, cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking around. I look down. It's like Tweety Bird right there. So it's like, oh, I forgot about you. Let me get you some autographs, little man. So players came over, signed the helmet, took pictures. He had a Bijan Robinson jersey. Guess what? Bijan came over right there next to us and signed the jersey. Okay. So think about that moment for this young kid. He had a Bijan Robinson jersey. Bijan has police. The police walking with him. That's how big the traffic is for Bijan when he's coming over there to sign autographs. The police is walking right next to him. Not safe security, the police.
And you know what? That's dope too, especially the way that some of the people act like it was such a bad thing that we drafted him. But he's bringing all the attraction back to Atlanta to a certain extent.
You talk about bringing the attraction back to Atlanta. Well, guess what? I saw, same on Thursday and on Saturday, I saw Falcon fans wearing their jerseys, the Bijan jerseys, or whatever they were wearing, and underneath it, they had their Texas Longhorn shirt on.
Mm-hmm. I saw a guy with a Bijan Mustardson hat on too. That was pretty cool.
This young man, Bijan Robinson, is probably getting ready to light up this league. Falcon fans, you can sit here and talk about, oh, we should have never drafted him. We should never did this. But you got to look at the big picture here. We have never had a running back with this much exposure like this, like Bijan Robinson, this much, how highly rated he is coming into the NFL, and just how the media is talking big about Bijan. They're already damn near giving him Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hasn't even touched it. They're talking about over 1,500 yards rushing. Hasn't even touched the field yet, except for practice. But what are we going to see from Bijan versus Miami? Are they going to give him the rock 40 times? No.
We're
going to see a couple plays from Bijan.
I wonder if they're going to even play him. Or you think they're going to even play him?
Well, because
you
got 90 guys you got to look at, and you already know what Bijan can do. But you have to get the kid dirty. You got to get him dirty.
Because remember when we drafted Pitts, I think Pitts didn't even play until like that third preseason game. And then Drake, I think Drake played the first game, but he kind of went down a little bit.
He went down after he made that catch and run.
But I was like, shoot, with Drake, that's all I needed to see from him.
But you see what happened? He went down after the catch and run because remember they was worried about the surgery coming out from the draft.
Right.
He went down. They said it was something close to that knee or close to the leg or whatever. And then Falcon fans were like, "Oh, there it is. There it is. Told you. There it is right there. Wait a minute. He's not coming back in the game." And then I don't think he played the week 2 and week 3.
No,
and
he
came out week 1 against the Saints.
Caught some nice little passes from Marijuana.
First quarter going in. Second game against the Rams, scored against the Rams, scored against Seattle. It's like, oh, that's Drake London. So for Falcon fans worrying about if Bijan's going to get 2 quarters, 3 quarters, I don't even think he finishes the first quarter, first game. They're going to do 1 series, pull him out.
Yeah.
1 series, pull him out. Now for Ritter, that's the question we're going to talk about on the next podcast because we're getting closer to that Dolphins game. How much time is Ritter going to play on that Friday? You don't want him in there with the third squad. You don't want that to happen.
No.
But then again, you got Tyler Heineke and Logan Woodside. So I think Ritter probably does maybe 2 series.
Yeah.
That Friday. But training camp was an amazing time for Falcon fans. I'm glad you got a chance to go out there. More training camp is open to the public this week. Tickets are free. It's a nice little drive to Flowery Branch if you live on the other side of the city. But otherwise than that, I mean, come on out there and have a good time. I plan to go out there this week. Kiki's going to plan to probably come out there again this week too as well. So it's going to be nice. Lorenzo, so DeMario posted a video of the crowd Saturday. It looked crazy as I'm telling you.
Yeah, it did. And that brought joy to my heart because even CP said that's the biggest it's been since he's been here. So I love hearing that.
I would say it's probably the last time I saw the crowd that big was when Matt and Julio were here, like during that year when they were like, I want to say like 2016.
So kind of like Super Bowl seats, kind of like.
Yeah, but don't forget, that at that time, we didn't know we were going to the Super Bowl. We just had a team.
True that.
So
because I mean, I didn't expect that either. So I mean, true that.
Yeah. Yeah. But the hype around Deion Jones and, the draft picks and some of the players that were out there was probably it too as well.
Right.
Smitty Sports Teams got a chance to meet Smitty too as well. He said, please meeting you yesterday, my brother. Man, it was great meeting you. Also pound for pound, the Dixon way. Like I said, other content creators were out there. And it's once again, we're Falcon fans. You're a Falcon fan. What are we here for, Kiki? To see the team do what?
To see Super Bowl.
We all want to win.
We want to win. We don't want to tank. We don't want to tank for no Caleb Williams or whoever the next biggest thing coming out of college. We want to win now.
Mac Hollins is definitely in the running for the number 2 spot. Smitty's Sports Machine. I see him as a number 2 right now, knowing Coach mentioning, they'll run their roster the way they like it. If you think this guy's a number 2, all right, cool. He's your number 2. If Coach sees it differently, that's what Coach sees.
DeMario took a great picture of the wide receivers like core when they was kind of like huddled up. And Drake and Mac look like towers over the rest of them. They're huge.
And that's what I was speaking about too earlier. I think Mac is bigger than Drake, like height wise.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there looking at him, and then the hair too as well, because Mac's hair is like out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like this shit is about to be crazy in the red zone. But I'm not looking at it like last year with the Auden Tate and remember the guys that they brought in? It was like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 6'5". No.
But then they bring in like Geronimo Allison.
Geronimo Allison, players like that. I'm looking at this roster like, boy, you got some people over here that can ball. Mac Hollins can ball.
Yeah, I don't know why people are so down on him on Twitter, but I mean, from from things I've seen, dude got it.
Fantasy football too. Mac Hollins hasn't been the biggest fantasy player for these people. You're not going to start Mac Hollins week 1.
Right. That's true. That's true.
So a lot of these people, they love their fantasy numbers. If you get them fantasy 5 touchdowns and 50 points, that's what makes them happy.
Yeah. Me
as a Falcon fan, I see potential that Mac Hollins could be very good here with this offense this year. What does he have to give us? 2,000 yards? No. Catch a couple first downs here and there, move the chains, give us a touchdown or 2, celebrate, do the Drake London in the end zone.
Because I mean, that's how Sanu was when he was on number 2. I mean, he ain't the biggest name, but he came through with them. I would say the third down conversions and stuff like that.
He's a team player. You knew that in times when the ball was going to him, he can get it done.
Exactly, and he did a lot of dirty work too, because he blocked. Yeah, he got dirty sometimes. Used to love to see it. I remember he knocked the dude out in that Cowboys game when we beat them like 27-7. Yeah, that was nice.
Fierce ATL ladies here in the chat. She said, "What up? One time for the fan. What's up here? What's up, Miss B?
What's up, Miss B? What's up?"
Lorenzo said, "Mario, a goddamn trip, bro."
Mario lit though. Mario lit. Mario and Freddie besties.
Mario's sitting there in the chair. Kiki, watch this. We only got a couple minutes here on the show. Look, Mario's sitting here in the chair, right? At training camp, right? I see a bunch of people stand over there. I'm like, What, about to fight or something? I'm looking around. I'm like, so what the hell they doing over there? I see a Sharpie in Mario hand. I said, wait, CP over there? Let me see CP. I see this line forming. Mario over there signing autographs.
It's lit.
He's. What's your name? Okay. Here you go. Here you go, little man. This for you. Next kid. Eric got the video.
Yeah, and I love that.
Excuse me, no shit.
Because when it comes to diehard fans, Mario puts on for his Georgia teams. I don't give a dang what nobody say. Like that man, like he reps his team. Win or lose, you'll never see him bash them.
Yep.
Like this seasons have been,
Yep.
They haven't been the best seasons, but he does not get on social media and trash this team at all. Like he just say, you know what, always next year, and that's why I love Mario because he.
That's why I rock with Mario. There's a lot of fans that we want to see the team win. Team doesn't win. People can start going left, bashing the team, trashing the team. I go to work the next day.
Because them bills do not stop, baby.
My bills do not stop. But I want to see the team win. And, the team is going to win one day to a point where we're going to have multiple Super Bowls. People's going to be looking over there like, oh, the Falcons, we get Falcons, we get Falcons. Be like, man, we've been through this shit, bro. Like, we've been through this shit. You know what I'm saying? We deserve every Super Bowl that's coming our way. So, Terry, like we talked to Terry the other day.
Right. We have been the butt of jokes for years, and it's our time coming.
Yeah, it is. It is. Every team has their shine. I talked to Terry the other day. I said, Terry, what seasoning are you using with your cooking?
What did he say?
He said, what are you talking about? I said, you're cooking. What seasoning are you using? Man started breaking out laughing. I was like, Terry, the meme, you're cooking out here, bro. Cooking in the right way, man. It's always feeling good to know that people like Terry, Arthur Smith, Arthur Blank, everybody in the organization is actually trying to put together something to make this fan base happy. We have a group of players that we know can go out there and win this division. We have upgraded in multiple areas.
Yes, we have.
The depth is through the roof right now on players that we have if somebody was to go down. And the money is there too as well to go grab somebody else. So I trust that Terry is really not only looking to this year, but to next year. Let's just say Mac doesn't come back. Who's your wide receiver 2 going forward? You're going to draft one, or you're going to go after a guy like Stefon Diggs? You know what I'm saying? There's things to look at. If Desmond Ridder doesn't perform this year, do you draft the quarterback or do you give another chance? Do you run with Taylor next year? What do you do? But they are two different type of quarterbacks. You can see it from training camp. Tyler Heineke, pocket passing quarterback, 3-step drop, boom, boom, boom. Desmond Ridder a couple times got flushed out the pocket, and he just took off. And that's what you want to see. And the fans loved it. Go Ridder! Ridder! They were going crazy. Why? Because a quarterback that you think is going to stand in the pocket all day did what? Took off and ran.
Took off and ran. Yeah.
That's all it takes to get the fan base going. Run! Run, motherfucker! Run!
Get that first down.
That's it. A motherfucking quarterback can be sitting over there. Ready? All right, let's go. Oh, take off and run. Fan goes fucking crazy. Hi, he's running the ball. Look at that. Quarterback.
It was a guy. I don't know where Ridder and Pitts were, but he told Ridder that too. He said, if you can't get the ball to Pitts or somebody else, take off and run, boy. And all Ridder could do was just laugh. It was pretty funny.
There's going to be times where we know Ridder is going to take a hit. Yeah. We know the pocket might break down here and there. We want to make sure he's clean as possible. We don't want the Matt Ryan hits on Desmond Ridder.
Oh, my God. And Matt is one tough mofo, too.
What I can say, and we saw it last year, Kiki, there was times when you thought Ridder was going down, and he's like...
Yeah. And that, was it the Bucks game?
It was the Cardinals was one. The Saints, he got out of one. That was a nasty one he got out of New Orleans where somebody grabbed him and he wrapped around underneath. That was a nasty one. But the Bucks game, and I think the Cardinals game, he got out of a couple of them too as well. When the pocket collapsed and he squeezed a little hole. That one too as well. But to see it in training camp, to see it in practice, and to know that if he can't find his target, we have a quarterback who is mobile. I think he's an 85, 86 on Madden
for
speed
speed.
ratings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I play Madden. Phew. What's the play, Jack? Don't worry about it. Quarterback sneak. That's the play.
And if y'all have not seen that video where they told a lot of players their Madden ranking, please go watch that because that was hilarious.
And I messaged back D offered out. He was like, he should be a 70. I was like, you shouldn't be worrying about that because Madden ratings right now, and I'm a Madden player. That shit is cap until the updated rosters hit.
Yeah.
And there are Madden players in this chat. You
Right.
know, everybody waits until the updated roster to really see what happens with the ratings.
Because Chris Lindstrom should not be a 93. That
he should
man
not be. He probably should be like
the
a
99 club.
97, 98, touching 99. But for those who know Madden, the first week after the NFL season, so once is that Tuesday, it goes into week 2 is when the Madden does its first update rosters. So that's when the real ratings come out. Because right now, I mean, they gave Liam McCullum. Gave him a 36, and they gave him a 73 speed. How?
Right, and because I noticed that they said they don't have a position for them, so they rank them as tight ends or something.
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand that because that's how the NFL does it. But Liam, you gave him a 73 speed, and all he does, he's a long snapper.
And a 32. Wasn't it like a 32 overall?
A 32 or something like that. But then again, that's how Madden is. Madden's gonna, a lot of Madden players hate that type of stuff too as well. So
yeah, Grady was like a 86. He was like, Grady was like, yeah, no.
It's tough. It's tough with the Madden stuff, man.
Hey, I like Richie's answer though, because I think they gave Richie a 77. Richie said, "Oh, I don't even care about all that. I'm a 99 anyway." So he walked off like I don't give.
He also said something about he said he a beast on the Madden or something like that. Yeah, I like when people talk like that. Yeah, I like competition. So Richie Grant, see your account, man. Get your PSN, man.
AJ said that he can beat Troy in a 40-yard
race.
dash. Yeah, I would love to see that.
They both ran 4.42, 4.44. Ooh, that'd be a good race. Cornerback versus line. AJ, you better let this linebacker get you from Montana. AJ, you got.
And that was a good documentary.
Represent the A with this one, bro.
That was good. That was a good video that they did on Troy Anderson too.
Folks from Atlanta know how to run, man. Don't let this folk from Montana beat you. Don't let folk from Montana get you, AJ.
Jack, real quick too. Falcon fans, if y'all are on Twitter, week 1, I need y'all to do something for me. If we so happen to beat the Carolina Panthers, I need all of y'all to be tagging at Steve Smith Senior 89. I don't want y'all to let up off him because for some reason that little midget got something against the Falcons. He trying to make this rivalry a thing when they're like the annoying little brothers. They're not our rivals, but they want to be important. So he had a couple of words with Desmond Ridder saying we don't got no real quarterback. So if we so happen to win week 1, stay on his neck for a week until week 2.
And we're talking about Steve Smith, who used to play for the Hawks, or the one that work at Walmart.
I think he's the one that's trying to be relevant now because he ain't got nothing else going on.
Oh, you talking about the dude that used to play for the Panthers?
Please stay on his neck, because I don't know why he act like what Asante Samuel. I remember they used to lock him up a little bit because he never used to have no breakout games like against us. So I think he a little bitter. Because I mean, you got 2 other quarterbacks. You got Derek Carr, who we know what he is. You ain't say nothing about him, but see them Saint players, they get active on Twitter, so he ain't gonna pick at them too much. See, our players don't really say too much on Twitter. A lot of them just post here and there.
I don't think none of our players mentioned anything back to Steve Smith once he did that little nonsense.
No, they kind of just whatever. Now, Myles Garrett, he added Steve for that little whatever that was he did. But, and then, I mean, you got Kyle Trask, who's unproven. I don't even think Kyle Trask played the game until like that last year, right? They let him get a little snaps against the Falcons.
So the situation with Steve Smith will definitely be revisited because the season is here.
Yep.
It's starting up very soon. And we know his ties to Carolina. And I'm guessing the hate. See, that's one thing about it too. And a fan from Carolina told me this a long time ago. They tried their hardest to make a rivalry out of the Falcons Panthers.
Yeah.
I was just like, y'all are just in the division, bro.
Right. They young.
Like, the rivalries between us and the Saints, bro. We don't really care about you guys. But you guys are in the division, so we're going to talk about you. But it's really like Panthers Bucks rivalry, and then Falcons Saints, which is one of the biggest NFL rivalries ever.
Right, because I mean it's an old rivalry.
So when it's the Falcons versus the Panthers, it's just the battle of 85 North going up. I don't care. There's no rivalry for us in Carolina. Otherwise, you guys are in our division. We don't like you guys.
But and it ain't
Saints,
really a rivalry.
We
anyway,
really hate
35 to 21. Anyway,
shit.
That's big brother just spanking little brother and letting little brother win here and there, So, but yeah, Steve Smith, y'all, like I said, week 1, if we win that game, go at Steve Smith Senior 89. Like, just keep adding him because I've been on his neck all week for his little rant.
We will definitely bring up this conversation again close to the week 1 game. So Falcon fans, everybody here in the chat, listening, watching, can see what to do when we beat the Panthers. You definitely want to tag Steve Smith 89. Give him hell.
That pick with I think Jalen Hawkins picked the ball, and he was like, "Oh, who threw that? Who threw that, sir? You did not mention not near them underthrown balls." Them overthrown balls and them pick six that Bryce threw in practice, but you worried about us. You telling people in the Spartanburg Wendy's to take off their Cam Newton jerseys. Sir, you are bitter.
Have you noticed I've been more calm since I've been drinking water on the podcast now? Like, been more calm? I really want to turn up on Steve Smith, but I'm like, week 1 is around the corner. Once the Falcons do what they have to do with Carolina, then we'll do what we have to do with Steve Smith.
The hell with Steve Smith and his high chair.
Sheesh. Not the high chair.
Him and Bryce needed a high chair when they was doing that interview with that lady. She probably been taller than both of them.
Oh my God, Kiki. Lorenzo, finishing up the chat here before we wrap it up. Y'all gonna miss the Rise Up King this year or nah? What happened?
Jack, what happened?
What happened with Joe? Everything good, Joseph? I just seen Joseph like a couple hours ago.
Well, didn't he say he taking a break from the Falcons this year?
Taking a break from the Falcons? He was in Falcons gear like 2 hours ago.
Then why he making posts on Facebook saying that he's taking a break?
In his Falcons gear?
Baby, I will cry for you tonight.
Shit! 3:30 is here. All the Falcons content creators should be in the same area so the subscribers can meet you guys. I do know there is a meet and greet coming up with Out of Your Falcon Mind, Bigelow Country Sports,
Uncle Steve's Lounge,
Smitty
Sports Machine,
New Millennial, Twisted Torch. You see what I'm saying? There's so many content creators. I mess up if I mess anybody's name up, but they are doing a meet and greet coming up, I believe, sometime in August. So I couldn't one time for the fan can't make it. But who just I thought CP just retweeted it. I looked down like, is that CP retweeting it? Yeah. So they have a content creator meetup coming up in August. I think it would be great for Falcon fans to probably come out there, hang out with some of them, and hear what they have to say about the Atlanta Falcons and get a chance to meet your content creators. I do know we might be planning something on the road this year for Falcon fans. Of course, with the Rise Up Tour, we do go to all these cities, all these different away games. But people was asking about one time for the fan on the road. It's very possible that you're going to be seeing us on the road this year. Probably doing a podcast somewhere, one of our away games, or, we might be able to do something down there at the Benz. You never know what one time for the fan can get situated. But chat is going crazy. Pamela Johnson was telling me to preach. I was going in. Shout out to Pamela Johnson. Lorenzo said DeMario was fixing to get attacked by the real Falcon. Right, amigo?
Hey. That's a real one.
They told that man Mario, they was like, "Hey man, you might want to stay a little bit, a couple feet back." Damn bird, you ever seen that gif with the Falcon gif where like the bird is like,
yeah, he got that little meme.
that bird did the same thing to Mario. He saw that chain. That boy looked over. He was like, "Oh, you got one of my Falcons on your chest." Damn bird was hot. But we was out there having a good time, man. Mario, Eric, Big Country, Jabri, Scott Slack. You know, a lot of Falcon fans were out there having a good time. Well over a couple thousand. So Keith Brown was there. He said only colors mostly in Atlanta Falcons commander closet are red, black, and blue. Blue?
Maybe for the Braves. Maybe.
It better be the Braves. It better be the Braves commander.
Not the Cowboys.
Jeez. Shit, not that blue. Jesus Christ. Lorenzo, Jack Spade a month celebrity too. Let's go. Is my celebrity status going up from
Yeah, because I seen you all like what Suge Knight say, all up in the videos.
all dancing all in your videos. Look at how my damn shiny shoe. You going crazy out there. It's going down in a major way. Dirty Fanatics United said Bijan was worth that draft pick. Best offensive weapon in this year's draft. We talked about that.
Back.
Coke said BPA. Best player available. You took him. You took him. His name's Bijan Robinson. And to see Bijan sign those autographs on the far end of where they were signing autographs, and to walk his way down, and shout out to Officer Sweeney, because you never know when the Falcons are getting ready to blow that whistle and the players got to run back. Officer Sweeney was right there next to him. I said, Sweeney. I said, hey, Sweeney, like get Bijan down here. Bijan's down here. He was like, check this watch. He said, hold on, he's coming. He's walking down slowly. And I'm watching my watch, and I'm like, the Falcons are getting ready to call him in. They're getting ready to call him in because there's about 600 people in front of me. He's working, he's signing, and then he does like a big leap from like right here to like right here. It's like, oh, he can skip like 500 people. Let's go. Comes right over there by us. The little dude has the jersey. He signs the jersey. I pop the camera up. Bijan, take the picture. And that moment's going to live forever because as a Falcon fan, knowing that this guy is probably one of the big factors of why we are probably going to go win this division, why we're going to go get this NFC Championship trophy, why we're going to go win this Super Bowl. That's great that I got a chance to meet him this early in the stage because this man might blow up to be one of the biggest players in the NFL. And remember what happened to Julio and Matt? It was tough to get their autographs and pictures once they got to that point.
Right.
It was tough to get to that. I'm talking about even at camp, you were Julio can stand right there on the goal line in the end zone. And you could be calling his name, Julio, million fans. He'll turn around, wave, and go right back to the game. He ain't finna come over and sign an autograph. That's just how he was, man. That's just how he was. Keith said, powerhouse, offense on defense, offense on deck. Go ATL Falcons, rise up, Dirty Birds.
Rise up.
Chat is going crazy. It's going down in a major way. Jalen Jones is in the building. Jalen, I ain't seen you in camp yet either, bro. Where you been at?
Hey, Jalen.
What's going on here? What's happening, fam? Ramel's in the chat.
What's up, Ramel?
12 here. Ramel's with the one time. Pamela Johnson said, Jack, I have a better photo of Bijan. Speaking of photos too as well, I'm sorry, Joe Allen. I photoshopped like 2 of your good photos. Like, not Photoshop, I photobombed them. And I did it with it wasn't like a photobomb where I didn't notice I was in the picture. I knew I was in the picture and I turned toward the camera and did like a fucking face, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Joe was like, you know what I'm saying? You had a good picture with a player and then here comes another fan behind you to photobomb the picture. You know what I'm saying? So it's all right. Eric Parker can take care of that for you, Joe. Going down in a major way. Jalen Jones says, hope y'all having a ball out there at camp. We'll definitely be back this week too as well. Mac is going to score the first Falcons touchdown this year.
That's a good hot take. I like that one.
I'll take it because most teams are going to expect us to go to Bijan on the ground or in the air,
Uh-huh.
go to CP, go to Pitts, go to London. That's when
Uh-huh.
your Scotty Miller, your Jonnu Smith, and
Uh-huh.
your Mac Hollins do score. Your Cordell Hodge, your Frank Darby's,
Pick your poison.
your Jack Spades.
Oh God.
Michael's in the chat. Die hard Atlanta Falcon fan. Michael is in here. You can always catch him at camp, catch him at the home games too as well. He's a big diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. But he's there early. One of the members that's there soon as the gates are getting ready to open. He's like probably the first 2 or 3 people in the line. Him and his family too as well. Shout out to Michael here in the chat. He said, "What's up, brother? It's good to see you." He said, "Was good to see you Saturday, bro." Yeah, man. It's always good to see you, Michael, man. We'll probably be out there later on this week too as well. Sonya Nora was there. She said, "Fans that bash are not real fans." You hear that, Kiki? Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I like that one. Like I tell people all the time, it's nothing wrong with constructive criticism, but when you get to, man, this team is trash, they ain't ass. I'm about to move. I'm about to what how to say? I'm about to switch fandoms and shit. Okay.
If
Good
you have
luck.
to, you have to. Archangel said, "Let Terry cook. Hot sizzle." Lisa Shepard said, "Did you invite D. Alford on the show?" I chopped it up with D. Alford. Talked to him the other day at camp, Thursday and Saturday. I just tweeted him a couple minutes ago, and it is a thing where the players are in this mode where it's grind time. If he has the opportunity to get on the show, I know he did make a post on his Twitter page recently saying whose podcast he wanted to be on, and I did send him a message, and we did chop it up. But I respect everything the Falcons do. I'm not going to go against anything the Falcons don't want players to do. So I'm not going to invite a player on the podcast if he cannot be on a podcast, right? Because they have their rules and stuff too as well. But if he can get on the podcast, me and D did talk about it, and whenever he's ready, I told him we're ready. I said we can do the show 8:00 in the morning on a Sunday. We can do the show 2:00 in the morning on a Tuesday. I don't care, as long as we can get you on the show. So D Offer did say he'll let us know when he's ready to go. Shout out to Lisa Shepard. Ravage said we win in week 1.
Let's go.
Demario here said he crying. What's he crying?
I'm crying too, Demario, because I will cry for you tonight. Not doing this anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Face ass.
The boy look at Leandro when I said, he said, she's not 12. 12 here. Week 1 cannot get here fast enough. That's why you gotta go to training camp, Travis. Get your fix. You should have seen the people over there getting a fix watching the Falcons practice on simple shit. Oh, people's having a good time. I can see people sitting over there planning away games. They was asking us what cities you guys are going to, what section y'all sit in. People talking about their season tickets and PSLs and stuff. And I'm like, the season is this close, ain't it, Kiki?
Yep.
Right around the corner. It is going down in a major way. Let's see if we can get the last comment here. Lisa Shepard. Don't forget, there is another player appearance this week at the Atlantic Station. Former players Jesse Tuggle, Jamal Anderson, Ray Buchanan, Terrence Mathis will be at Atlantic Station. I'm guessing the team store. So Falcon fans, if you can make it out there, Friday, August 4th, 6:30 p.m., Atlantic Station. Kiki.
Yes, sir.
If you are going to be coming in this weekend, you might have an opportunity to catch that and also catch the training camp too on Saturday.
Yeah, the plan is to come in on Saturday, but if I can get here Friday, that would be dope. So I got to see how that works out.
This is great. Jalen Jones said moved to Montana last week.
Oh, he did tell me that. He did. I slipped my mind.
Jalen Jones. So that means what? You flying back in for the home games, or we meeting you on the road for the away games? And we know you're a diehard. We know you're a diehard, Jalen Jones. I was looking around at camp. I was like, something doesn't feel right. Where is Jalen Jones in that Pitts jersey? And here's another thing. Jalen Jones, I know you might not want to hear this, but both days at camp, Kyle Pitts came over and signed autographs. It wasn't long though. It wasn't long. Probably went over there for like maybe probably less than 2 or 3 minutes. There are some players that go over there for a little bit, and then some players that'll stay the whole time period. So just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, Jalen Jones, man, hopefully it was a successful move for you. Everything's taken care of, and can't wait to see you back there either in the Benz or on the road. Kiki, yes, training camp update tonight. Talk a little bit about Rolling Loud. Not too much information about Eddie Goldman because the Justin Ellis move here. And of course, the Falcons did sign a running back. I can't pronounce his name, but we'll just say good luck to him.
Yeah.
Any final words here tonight, Kiki, before we go ahead and wrap it up? Because we want to go ahead and make sure fans can enjoy the rest of their Sunday night. For those that's going to camp tomorrow, get up early. For those that's ready to go down and watch the Falcons in Miami next week, drink water because it's hot as hell. Kiki, what you got?
Nothing much. Like I said, show up to the Benz week 1. These players were excited to have everybody out there on Saturday. Like I said, I saw a few of them reposting it on their personal Instagram stories. So, go rise up. We win this game. Let's go. Let's go. Show Steve Smith who threw that. Who threw that? That's the title. And to the fans, listen. I'm gonna keep this quick. Listen, it's not a competition, a fandom competition. Who's the biggest fan? Just go out there and rep your team because that's all we came to do anyway. It's not about who's super fan number 1, super fan number 2. We are all here to rep them dirty birds. So, as I would always say, fuck the Saints, fuck a buck, and to hell with those kittens. And that's all I gotta say.
That is definitely right, Kiki. Everybody's here in the chat, listening, watching. We're all fans, right? We're all fans. Even when, I'm out there, however, it could be the away games, whatever we do with the Rise Up Tour, a couple pictures from the Falcons they might post or anything that you might see Jack Spade on. I still don't go out there and say, oh, I'm the bigger fan. Ha, ha, ha. I'm the bigger fan. I'm a fan. That's it. Jeff Wolf is a fan. Lisa Shepard's a fan. Travis Preston's a fan. Leando's a fan. Hal Poole's a fan. He doesn't like Matt Ryan, but he's a fan. Jalen Jones, Archangel, Eric Parker, Mario. I can keep going. They're fans. I'm not putting a title on it to say that, hey, I'm the bigger fan because you saw me in a picture here or I did this or I did that. I'm just a fan. Treat me as a fan. Right? And I don't... Fans saying that, they're bigger fans than this fan. I've been better and I've been... How, man? We're just fans, bro. I travel to every single game, bro. I don't call out the fans who don't travel to games. I travel to every single game. I go to away games all the time. I'm trying to get to all 32 stadiums, so that's my bucket list. But I'm not calling out fans who don't go to games. We make a little joke here and there, but I'm not saying I'm the better fan. I'm the bigger fan. You're a fan just like I'm a fan. You might be a fan at the house. I'm a fan at the game. There's no difference.
Yeah, it's no difference. And then my thing is too, like, we ain't getting paid for this.
Nothing. $0.
So go out there. I mean, if you want to dress up, if you want to do this, you want to do that, that's fine. But we're all here for one reason, and that's to see our boys win. It's not about you. It's about them. Just make sure you out your seats, twerking, doing whatever on third downs when the other team is on offense.
Now, I will say, if you're a fan that lives in Atlanta, drive past the stadium and never been in the stadium to watch the team play because you have a personal beef with the team, that I don't understand.
Facts.
Get up, get your behind to a game, and enjoy yourself.
And then I've seen somebody do that. Like, they live in the city, like, literally, like, I think they said 10 minutes away. 10, 15 minutes away, and don't come to games, but complain, but always I was like, oh, the stadium empty. Well, you ain't there, so don't worry about it.
You just take the time out of your day, fans. and do whatever you can to just represent this fan base.
Uh-huh.
Like we saw today with the Rise Up tour, when I was talking to the group today, we let them know we saw something that was happening from other fan bases in our city, and we needed to do something about it. And that's why me and Thomas, when we started the Rise Up tour, we wanted to make this an organized fan group, a fan club. And the membership fees and dues are something that is normal and common to clubs like this. I can give you 10 clubs that the Cowboys have right now that's in Georgia. That's in Georgia.
Steelers
too. 49ers too. And when they meet up, they go do their, hey, we're going to this game, and they meet up, they're showing up with how many fans? A shit ton of fans. But all of them are not from San Francisco. All of them are not from Pittsburgh. All of them are not from Dallas. That dude I met the other day, he's from North Carolina. He never even been to Dallas. Be a Cowboys fan. There's about 3,000 Cowboys members in his group. And guess where they go when it's time for the Cowboys to play? Guess where they go? Wherever the Cowboys play. They're a traveling group. So what we did with the Rise Up tour, we wanted to make sure fans were a part of something. That's why when we go on the road this year, when you hear all that noise is being made at these games, you're going to hear fans, you're going to hear the chants. We was doing some stuff today. You're going to hear a bunch of shit. You're going to say, wow, is that the Rise Up tour over there? Yes. It's a chapter that we started here with the Falcons fan base, because we are taking this show on the road. We're going international next year. Did you guys look at the schedule next year? You know it's up. You know the opponents are not the dates, but the opponents are already on the app. You know we go to Philly next year? We go to Philly.
It's on the app?
Yes.
I have not seen that. I'll go look when we get off the show.
We go to Philly next year. We go to Denver. We go to Vegas.
I ain't gonna lie, that Vegas trip do sound, yeah.
But we go to Philly. Do you know how many Falcon fans we need together going to Philly?
Yeah, Philly a little.
They've already, the same thing Terry talked about the other day, the hostile environment at training camp. We talked about it on this podcast too as well. Hostile environment.
And that's definitely one. Philly is
that city has already been named the hostile environment. We don't have to talk about their fan base. The city alone. So Falcon fans, we want everybody together. We want everybody having a good time and repping as a unit, as a team. Come together. When we go to these stadiums, away games, we sit together. That's how we create so much noise. We're in the same hotels. That's how we create so much noise. When we go to eat breakfast, we're in the same place. Dinner, man, we've been doing this shit for years, man. So now we're doing it bigger. But yes, Kiki is going down in a major way. Halpool said Dallas and KC coming to the Dorm next year. That is right. Dallas plays us in Atlanta. Kansas City plays us in Atlanta next year.
Oh, I want that get back on Dallas so bad. I don't even want to think
fans
about
get ready. And don't forget, there's probably a Germany game on that schedule too. Carrie's here in the chat. She said, what's up, Jack and Kiara? Just entering the show.
Hey,
I have
Carrie.
to catch the replay. I agree, rep the Falcons if you're a local. Come on now. I'm repping down in Florida. Which I do believe she said in her family there's a Bucks and a Panthers fan in there too. Jeff Wolf said, be careful in Philly. It's no joke. Oh, I know, Jeff Wolf. I've never been to the game, but I know from people who's been there and told me what to expect.
They fight each other.
They fight each other.
They throw snowballs at Santa Claus and beer cans.
Even worse than that, they throw these batteries or beer cans. There's some type of walkway where fans have to walk to go to the stadium, and Philly fans stay away from that area because they throw stuff over, I guess, a hill or a fence or something. They just keep throwing stuff, trying to hit the fans. And there's videos of this on YouTube. If you want to just go ahead and confirm what I'm talking about.
I saw a video of them. They built like this little mannequin, and I guess it's supposed to represent Dak Prescott. And they had a Dak Prescott jersey on it, and they took turns beating it. So I mean,
I've heard reports of them chucking batteries at people, coins at people, like just beltering them. My friend said when he went for that playoff game, the year that we lost to them after the Super Bowl, they were sitting in a section full of Eagles fans. It was them too, maybe a couple other Falcon fans. They were getting loud, and a lot of fans told them, you might want to sit down because you're getting ready to get hit with this beer can in a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And these fans were stone cold faced, like, look, they're going to hit you with a beer can in a matter of minutes. You might want to sit down and just shut up. And of course, most fans are like, no, you know what? I'll do my thing. Security is against you. Police is against you. Everybody in that whole stadium is against you. So it's hard to get anybody to represent you in a situation where you need some type of representation.
Mm-hmm.
You going to the field, hey, cop, man, he just hit me in the face. Good, get out. You're ejected. Why am I ejected? Because I told you to. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
Then you sit over there like, what? How did... I'm telling you, it's one of those places. It's one of those places. So we want all our Falcon fans to not have that type of hostile environment. Southern hospitality does kick in down here in Atlanta. But we ain't finna be chucking no batteries at nobody. Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that. Chat's going crazy. Jalen Jones is up in here. Tish is up in here. She said, attention season ticket holders. If you are in the nosebleed, section 317 with my family, please don't sell your tickets. Last year, we were sitting next to annoying opponents every week. And here's the thing, Tish. And Kiki, I'll just speak on this before we go.
Mm-hmm.
Falcon fans, especially season ticket holders that paid a lot for their PSLs, they're going to try to sell their tickets to make their money. And it's going to be a couple extra dollars they might make it throw in their pockets, throw in their gas tank. I understand. I ain't knocking your pockets. I ain't telling you what to do. But there are some fans who are going to put it on Ticketmaster, and they don't care because they know Ticketmaster can sell it quickly. Why don't y'all reach out to some of these Falcon groups too? Talk to some of these Falcon fans. Reach out to me. Reach out to Kiki. Reach out to Eric Park. Reach out to somebody and say, look, I got 2 tickets. I need a Falcon fan to sit in this section. Some people don't care, though. They're going to put it on Ticketmaster. It could be 2 Bills fans sitting right there. Like, why would you do that? For me, if I have 2 tickets, and Kiki, you've seen it before. If I had 2 tickets, I have hit the group and said, what? I have
right. Yeah, I've
tickets
seen, yeah.
XYZ. Who needs some? I don't even touch Ticketmaster because I want to make sure my Falcons family is in there first before a last minute decision is made where, okay, I can't find nobody. The groups are not working. But that's not going to happen. I'll give them away before I fucking sell them. I wouldn't just put them on there and just be like, oh, shit, here you go. 2 Carolina fans. Have a good time, guys. I got mad because my friend bought
not to division opponents.
Especially not to a division opponent. But my friend brought a Bears fan to the game last year. And I was like, I thought you told me your friend is a Falcon fan. He's like, yeah, but his wife. I was like, but why is he wearing a Bears jersey? Oh, his wife's a big Bears fan. But why is he wearing a Bears jersey?
Exactly.
And then they were coming down there with me behind the bench. And I'm like, I can't do this. Why I look like walking in here with Bears fans?
I was shocked. They had so many fans.
No, they're a historic team. So they've been around for a while. Any team that has a song is gonna have a fan base like that. And that Bears song is fucking horrendous.
I know, I've heard it.
We are the Bears, all that bullshit. Texas Legend PSN in the building. That's a Houston Texans fan.
Shut up, Kiki.
He's also an admin of an esport community of janky administration. He's trying to get me banned too as well. That's another story. Oh, he said rise up. Okay, you're cool now, Texas. Falcon fans, we are doing it big this season. Please look out for the next show. It's going to be on Wednesday. We hope to have the whole crew back. Chase is super tired. He had a busy weekend. Bodie's super tired. He had a busy weekend. But Kiki, I thank you for taking the time out of your day to come talk Falcons with us. Everybody's always having a good time whenever we cut this microphone on and we cut the podcast on. So thank you so much, Kiki. I'm sure you'll be back on the next podcast. We'll have a special guest too as well.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be fun for Falcon fans that's here listening and watching. We do thank you all, and we'll see you back on Wednesday. Don't forget to rise up, be loud, get proud for your Atlanta Falcons. Kiki, we out of here, right?
Yes, sir.
Hit the like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 450. Hit the subscribe